So this is universal convention, so that all the world are on the same page. It's not like that, okay, in America, they write price and quantity here, and in China, they write quantity and price here. Otherwise, we cannot compare the demand curve. If we write quantity here and price here, it would be like this. If we write price here and quantity here, it would be like this. So how we are going to compare it? So this is universal, tradition, you can say that, or convention, that we must write down the price on the y-axis and quantity on the x-axis. There is no logic behind that, right? Now understand? There is no logic behind that. No law states that, okay, you have to write down, P here, no economic laws, or, quantity here on x-axis. Is just for our own convenience, so that we can compare, so that everybody understand that. So everybody who has gone through, or who has a little knowledge of economics as well, so he understands that, okay, it is downward sloping. One condition on downward sloping, on one condition, what? Price on the y-axis, quantity on the x-axis. If you talk about demand curve in Japan, it is always price on the y-axis and quantity on the x-axis. In Norway, it is like that. In Vietnam, it is like that. In Philippines, it's like that. Right? So, what is the conclusion? What we have got through here? The individual demand curve is ability and and willingness of one consumer, but market demand is ability and willingness of all buyers in the market at each possible price. Simple. We call this demand curve. Which kind of demand curve? Market demand curve. So up till now, what we have learned? What is demand, individual demand, and what is market demand, right? Now, I'm going to make a breakout room activity. I'm opening the breakout room. All you need to do, take a screenshot of this example. So this is a group activity, okay? And all you need to do, you need to make a graph, so that I want to know that you understand how to make a graph or not. Let me establish the breakout room. So those who are online, please pause the video, and because the breakout room activity is not going to be recorded. Okay, class, welcome back to the breakout room activity. So I have received your class activity. So how we are going to do that? Simple. We will be the easiest way is to make the intervals equal intervals. On x-axis, we say that one interval is equal to 4, and on y-axis, we make that one interval is equal to 20. Right? So one interval is 4, so this is 0 to 4, and then 4 to 8, 8 to 12, 12 to 16, 16 to 20, 22, 24. If y-axis is 20 intervals, so 0 to 20, and then 40, and then 60, and then 70, sorry, 50, and then 100, 120, 140. So what was our first? At price 20, quantity demanded is 24. So at 20, quantity demanded is 24. So 1 here. So at 40, quantity demanded is 20. So at 40, quantity demanded is 20. This, right? So similarly, I'm gonna pronounce the last one, which is at 120 price, quantity demanded is 4. So similarly, at 120, quantity demanded is 4. Right? All you need to do, connect the dots here. So you see the demand curve is downward sloping, which means if you decrease the price, quantity demanded increases, which perfectly is the law of demand. Price decrease, quantity demanded increases. Price increase, quantity demanded decrease, vice versa, right? So everybody's, please confirm your demand curve from here. Any question? If no question, then
No questions.
break of 10 minutes. Then we start from here to find out what if there is one variable changes. So what happened to the demand curve, right? Let's have a break and then we start from here. Okay, class, welcome back after the break. So before the break, we had a breakout room activity here. Okay, now let's further explore the world of demand. So now, movement along the curve. So whenever, remember that one, demand curve is the relationship between price and quantity, and demand curve relationship is negative, right? Inversely proportional. So whenever there is a change in the quantity demanded, and reason is just price, it means we don't have to create a new demand curve. It is the same demand curve, only position is changed. Understand what I'm saying? When there is a change in quantity demanded, and the reason is just price, because price change, quantity demanded change, right? That we don't have to make a new demand curve. We are on the same demand curve, only position is changed. There we go. So when the reason is just price, so see, if the price increased from 0.5 to 1.5, there is a change in quantity demanded. Yes, quantity demanded changes from 10 to 6. So there is a change in quantity demanded from 10 to 6, and the reason is price change. We don't have to make a new curve. The same old curve is still acceptable, only we move from here to here. That's it. This is called movement along the curve. Sufyan, understand? Nicolas, understand? Priscillo?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Marco?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, in class example. So I would be doing this. Then we would be having a class activity 2. But remember, I would be making 3 groups. So I expect that you send me on WeChat group 3 pictures along with your student name and ID, group student names and ID, not individual one. Okay. Are you still seeing the PPT, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, shift in demand curve. Simple. When there is a change in quantity demanded, see, at price 0, now there is a change in quantity demanded. So did price increase or decrease? Causes quantity demanded to increase from 12 to 16? No, price is the same 0. Or price is same the 1 and quantity demanded changes from 8 to 12. It means the reason is not price, right? When the reason is not price, then we have to make a new demand curve. We call this shift in demand curve. So example is, doctor says, number 1 scenario, people who eat ice cream regularly, they live longer. So demand increased, but price is not increased. Price is the same 0.5, and on 0.5 people were consuming. The market demand was that only 10 ice creams were demanded. But now, due to this factor, because doctor says price didn't change on the same 0.5, now people are now consuming 14. So this increase of 4 quantity demand is not due to the price. Price is same 0.5 as old price. Previously we were buying 10 and now we are buying 14. So this increase in 4 is because of some other factors than price. And we call this shift in demand curve. It means we are no longer on the same demand curve. We need to shift, or we need to make a new demand curve. So let's see that here. Okay, we'll discuss another. Did you notice something? Any relationship here? In scenario one, when doctor says you live longer by eating ice cream, so all the quantity demanded increase at all levels. 12 to 16, 10 to 14, 8 to 12, 2 to 4, 0 to 2, right? So it means live longer on every price level, quantity increased, right? So it means the shift is towards the increase. So let's make this one. When on every quantity level, graph is how you make a graph. It's the same graph, how you make it. So it will be demand increase, shift to the right. Right, your right. Okay, your right hand, shift to the right. So you see, on each price level, if it is 1 or in the middle, for example, if the price is 1.5, quantity move from 6 to 10. So price is 1, 6. This is 10. It means increase in demand curve means shift to the right. In some cases, they call it shift to the shift above. Demand curve is shifted above. So let's make it simple. In some books, it says shift to the right. I think shift to the right and left, it's more easy for you. Increase means right. Let's go back to our part 2. Those who eat ice cream, they live shorter. So this, we just omit that one for a while. You see, nothing happened to the price. Price remained the same. At price 2, previously 4 quantities were consumed and now it is 0. Price is the same too. Previously 4 and now 0. Previously 0.5 is the price and 10 quantities were consumed and now 16, because doctor says those who eat ice cream, they live